All right, guys, we are live, and welcome to episode 8 of Grow Your Business Live. So we missed a week last week, but we're back on track today and coming back with you with a heck of a training. This is a real live class. This is going to be some real value in the next 45 minutes. So I'm just going to give everyone a little minute to jump on live. We've just sent this out, but when you jump online, let me know. If you've done events before, if you are someone that does live events regularly, or if you've tried and it didn't work out, whatever it might be, let me know where you are with all of that. It's good to know, and it'll help me answer some questions. Also, if you have any questions at any time, just post them below. Totally fine to do that. Okay, so, right guys, I'm going to go ahead and get started in a second. By the way, we do go live every Monday. So every Monday at this time, which is right now it's 5 p.m. UK time, 7 p.m. for Eastern Europe, and it's 10 a.m. Pacific time, I believe. So let's get stuck into this, guys, and again, comment below with if you've tried seminars before. Do you run seminars? Is it something you've wanted to do for a while? Let me know in the comments and ask any questions. So today's show, I'm going to walk you through how to plan, promote, and profit from seminars by showing you how I've successfully promoted over 300 live seminars, workshops, and events for myself and for my clients all around the world. And for those that don't know me, this is a very, very brief intro. This is not really about me. It's just for those who don't know my background with events. I am an international speaker myself and a leading business mentor for coaches, trainers, and experts and consultants. My projects and businesses have been featured in Forbes magazine, Cosmopolitan, Men's Health, and other various national TV and news. And I consult some of the biggest names in the coaching and speaking world, including some companies that generate over $20 million in revenues, on how to triple their lead flow, scale up their events, and fill their events with people. And here's specifically what we're going to cover in today's show on this training. Going to talk about why leading live events is the fastest way for coaches and consultants to create expert authority status, and explain what that is and why it's critical. I'm going to take you guys through a case study today, how I filled a seminar room with 500 coaching prospects, and I did that by accident because there were actually only 150 seats. That's a funny story, so I'll walk through that, and I'll show you guys the entire sales funnel we did as well. We're going to talk about Facebook ads. I'm going to show you some real Facebook ads we've used, and I'm going to break them down for you into a 6-step Facebook ads template. The same one we've used to fill events. I've got adverts based on this template running right now as we speak in different countries. And you'll see how that works there as well. So, okay. Also then we're going to cover how to present your services on stage, and how to do it without losing rapport with your audience. Okay, so if you are worried about selling from the stage, if you're worried that it's pitchy or salesy or whatever else, you haven't got to worry about that. That's the good news. I'm going to talk about how to get other people to cover all your event costs. Some people are worried that events are going to be expensive to promote. First of all, it's not true, because for most people, if you've got to start off where you are. So if you're doing this for the first time, you might only want 20, 30, or 40 people in a room, which won't cost you a lot of money. Your ad spend is going to be pretty low, and your venue cost can be pretty low as well. But if you do want to do bigger events, or you even want to cover small costs, I show you how I get other people paying everything. Does that sound good? Let me know in the comments if that sounds good. And we're going to do the complete live event sales funnel walkthrough. Okay, so this works for all different types of events. So I've used this for small, private, intimate mastermind groups. I've used it for high-end masterminds, bringing high-level clients together. Use this to speak in colleges and universities. You can use this for large seminars with 300-400 people in the room, like I've done in this photo, or even bigger seminars, and we've done over 1,000 people in one day. And so from small 12 people to 1,000 people or more, this is the system that all the top speakers use as well. And we also use this in different niches. So I've also got this trained out to my team. This is a photo from a gym I launched a couple of years ago in Europe, where we use seminars and small workshops to fill our fitness coaching programs. And I've got my coaches trained to deliver the events, to present our programs, give value, and to make the sale as well. And of course, my coaches had no experience in speaking, no experience in sales, yet they were able to take this and they convert a big portion of the room into clients every time. We've also done this in other areas. So this is from an event I promoted in the women's empowerment niche, or female personal development. So I've used this to fill other people's events. This lady on stage here is a speaker in women's spirituality and personal development. And I put a couple of hundred people in the room for her to present and offer her programs. We can also use this for luxury retreats. This is one of the luxury retreat venues that I use every year here in Cyprus. I've got a luxury retreat coming up next month in Cyprus. It's a high-ticket event. It's sold out completely. And so if you want to use that type of event, this will work great for you as well. So why should you be leading live events first of all? I mean, it seems like a bit of work to put together. It seems like a whole new avenue. Where is the real benefit of doing this? Well, there are lots of benefits to speaking that you might not have thought of. So the first one is you build trust before you present your services. You know that enrolling clients as a coach or consultant is all about trust. So speaking helps you position yourself first, because when people are coming to see you speak, they automatically perceive you as an expert and authority. So they're going to come in there expecting to pay you higher prices because you're a speaker. And it just shows here, this was one of my clients who used a small group workshop to sell her one-on-one fitness coaching programs, or maybe her group coaching programs, but she had a gym anyway. And you can see she had a kickoff meeting for a total transformation program. She sold 12 packages, only sold 12, but that yielded $9,100, as she said. She closed every person in the room, right? So she spent $500 in ad spend, $86 on the materials, and she closed all 12 people at this workshop onto her higher ticket programs. And the point is, this client of mine, she's not a salesperson, she's not a public speaker. This was her first ever event, but yet she closed 100% of the room. And this is the secret, guys. It's not about NLP closing techniques. It's about what I call pre-selling instead of hard selling. Because she's pre-sold herself as the fitness professional that delivers seminars, that puts her on a higher level than most other coaches in the area. So people want to work with her. Another benefit for public speaking you might not have thought of is that you get to build a huge list of local followers and never run dry on leads ever again. So this is a screenshot from a couple of years ago now in my Aweber account, where we've built up tens of thousands of people, literally of email subscribers of people opting in for our events. So think about this. If you want to build a list, which you do, right, and you're giving away a lead magnet, a seminar can be a lead magnet. Think about this. What's going to convert better? A landing page that says, hey, you can learn my 5 steps to transform your life in this PDF report. Compare that to a landing page that says, here's my 5 steps to transform your life, taught live in a 90-minute seminar in your area. They're both free lead magnets offering the same content. But the context of a live event in person, it builds trust for you, but also it's far more desirable. So you're going to get a ton more people opting in to come and see you speak than you would for a PDF or whatever. So you can start making waves in your area pretty quickly with this. It is the fastest way to expert authority status, even if you just started. This is a great photo. This is one of my clients, Altia, who is in Europe, and she is a coach in theta healing meditation and spirituality. And she'd never spoken before. She just started launching her coaching business. She decided to go with events. And this was the first ever event we promoted together. And we filled it up with 200 bums in seats. Her first ever seminar. She had 200 people in the room. So now these 200 people, and many more on Facebook, see Altia as a leading authority in the subject of theta healing meditation, even though she just started, right? So it's the fast way to position yourself as a leader and an expert. Now, speaking also gets you featured in mass media more easily and quickly. My stuff has been featured in many top publications. The media come to us. When you put events on, the media will tend to come to you. And it's easy to go to the media and say, hey, I'm a speaker, I do events. Then they'll want to come and talk to you. We ran events at the gym, like I showed you, that brought up Men's Health. They featured us in the magazine, and then even brought news crews for national TV and radio came to our gym to take shots and learn more, because they wanted to know what all the buzz was around. And this is me there being interviewed on mainstream 6 o'clock news to talk about our new facility and inviting people to our seminars, which we held every week to let people in, learn about our program, learn about how it changes lives, and give them a chance to ask questions and enroll in our programs. Okay. Now, another thing is speaking, for me at least, it's opened doors to speak around the world. Okay, this is me. I've been asked to speak. This is me. I love this picture because this was when I spoke in front of some school students at a private technology school about entrepreneurship. And I got invited to this and paid to do this because one of the teachers of the school was at one of my business seminars. And they asked if I would come in and give a presentation to the kids on entrepreneurship and mindset. So teaching these 10, 11, 12-year-old kids was an amazing experience. Then this is me speaking in the Ultimate Wealth Camp in Las Vegas. Okay, I get invited all the time to come out and speak in the States, in Thailand, in European countries, different places. This is me and Biz and Brews 2016, invited by my good friends, Ben Settle and Jody Artito, to come and speak out there. So when you speak again, people see you as the real deal. And then you start getting invitations, and one event will turn into 2 speaking opportunities, which will turn into more, which turns into more. Virtually 8 out of 10 times, somebody in the crowd at an event will come to me at the end and say, oh, wait, I run events here, or you should speak to this person, and I get another speaking gig booked straight away. And here's the good stuff, right? You can make more money in 1 hour than you might do in 1 month right now. This is Louise Congdon and Kamala Chambers, 2 clients I worked with. They wanted to start doing events. They wanted to start selling from the stage. I did some coaching with these guys. And Louis Congdon, on his first ever talk, made $10,000 in upfront sales in just 25 minutes. Right? That's the power of with the right structure and doing some of the things I'm going to walk you through on this show today, you can do too. Now, I know what you might be concerned about. Is promoting an event going to cost me a lot of money, right? Before I get to that, guys, I just want to put a reminder in. I want to hear from you below. Drop a comment and give this some likes and loves so far. If this is good stuff, drop some loves and likes and let me know in the comments. Do you run events? Have you organized your own seminar before? Are you wanting to do one? If you haven't done one, why not? What are you concerned about? Do you run events often and generate great profits, right? Let me know below. What's your situation? And any questions you have, just let me know. And then again, guys, give this a love, give it a share. Let's get this information out there to more people. So here's the answer to that. It doesn't have to cost you anything at all. And here's why. Because here's a big mistake, first of all. Speakers lose money on events because they only attempt to make money or enroll clients during the event. And that's actually not the best time to enroll clients, believe it or not. This is the hidden secret, right? In fact, I'm going to show you how to get other people to pay for everything. Would that be cool? Let me know in the comments if that sounds good to you. Getting other people to pay on their dime for your events. And I'm going to show you how you can make big money before the event even starts, and how to keep getting paid once the event is over. This is the real secret, okay? So this is what it really looks like. There's promoting, which is making sales and generating revenue before your event. There is performing during, making sales at the event. And there's a third element where we profit after the event. And this is why my events make 3 times more money than most others, because we're enrolling clients and generating revenue before the event, during the event, and after the event. In fact, where I'm promoting an event right now in Madrid, in Spain, along with Jean-Paul, my business coach. So he's delivering a seminar for us over in Madrid in Spain, because he speaks Spanish and I don't. And so far, we started promoting the seminar about 2 weeks ago. And so far, we've got hundreds of registrants, and JP has actually generated over 2,000 euros in revenue before the event has even started. And it's a free seminar. So I'll let you know how we generate that money in just a second, right? So let's start with promoting. Let's start with before, like I just said, right? And again, guys, give this some loves if you like this. I want to see that you're into this. I want to see that you're listening and taking this on board. Okay, so let me tell you about that time I invited 500 people to a 150-seat seminar, as Homer Simpson would say. Dope! So here's a photo from that event. This was in that gym I launched in Europe, as I showed you. And this was actually totally ram-packed. Every 150 seat was taken. And then the rest of the people are all standing around the outside and the back of the room, right? The room was absolutely, it was like a can of sardines. People were crammed in that much. So much, in fact, that the people actually spilled out into the street. So one of my coaches was delivering the seminar that you see on the left-hand side. He was delivering the presentation, but then one of my other coaches took initiative, because people couldn't even get into the door at this point, and people were outside in the foyer, outside in the street, complaining. And so one of my other coaches came outside, and this is what you see in the second photo, and he was actually delivering the same seminar outside to people in the street. Right? Think about this, guys. And he delivered a shortened version of the presentation. He just talked for about 20 minutes or so. And then people were leaving to go back inside to sign up for our program. Think about that, guys. These coaches are not professionally trained speakers. They're not professionally trained closers. They don't know the NLP sales tricks, right? But I just taught them my system to give a presentation that offers so much value and make an incredible offer at the end of it that people are going to run and buy from you. It's that simple. You don't need to be a flashy salesperson. You just need to give good value and a good offer. And so this was a crazy day. And we got 55 clients in 7 days of promoting this. So we promoted this event for 7 days. The reason I had so many people in the room was this. We would, at this time, this was a couple of years ago, but at this time, we were investing about $40 a day or 40 euros a day into our Facebook advertising. And we would promote for about 7 days. We would do a seminar every single week, the same event. We just keep running it. And we put about $40 a day down. And this week, I actually left for a couple of days before the event started. And before I left, I was going to Tenerife for a holiday. Before I went, I had a quick check over the Facebook ads because I was running the adverts myself. I was setting them up and doing the ads. And I accidentally, instead of confirming $40 as a daily budget, I actually set it to $400. I put an extra zero. And then I went away for a few days. And then my manager sends me a report on the Friday, the day before the seminar, saying, "Hey, Justin, we've got like 1,500 people registered for the event," which is stupid because usually we get about 400 signups. So we had 1,500 people signed up. So we figured out what had happened. The ad spend was just going crazy, scaled up an advert by accident. But we dealt with it. And, about 30 to 35% of people turn up usually. So we had about that 500 showed up on the day. We didn't count exactly how many, but it was at least 500. I had my guys trying to count everybody. And that's what happened there. So you see, that's, $8,000 in front-end, upfront cash revenue. And that's front-end only. Those 55 new clients enrolled into our introduction program. But out of those 55 clients, at least half of those then become long-term, month-to-month clients. So we've probably generated tens of thousands of dollars from this 1 7-day campaign, just from that one seminar. And we were doing this every single week to fill our gym. So imagine how that might work for you. Now, here's the exact funnel. If you want me to go through it, this is what it is, right? So it starts with a Facebook ad. Now, there's two ways you can do this, okay? Sometimes we will promote some expert content, like a blog post or a video first. Depends how warm your audience is. So we would promote some content, like a video, just a very short thing, just to warm people up. And then the video or the blog post would lead them to the seminar and say, "Hey, if you like this blog post, you like these 3 tips, you should come and check out our seminar every Saturday, 10 a.m. And then that would lead them to the landing page or the registration page for the seminar, right? Sometimes we do that. Other times we just go direct from Facebook, and the Facebook ad just says, "Hey, free seminar in your area, book your place for free and come and talk to us." So you can test out both. And what happens then, once they register for the event, they then see a thank you page. So they opt in. We usually take their name, email, telephone number, and maybe one more question, like maybe ask people, what's your biggest struggle, or what attracted you to this event, or something like that, just so you get an idea. If you do a business seminar, you might want to ask, what industry are you in? I ask that sometimes. It's also very important to get the phone number. I'll tell you why in just a bit, but get the phone number. So it's name, email, and phone number. It's very important. Okay, and then what happens is we then start what we call our indoctrination sequence or our follow-up sequence, because just because they registered doesn't mean they're going to turn up to the event. So we then start relationship building, and the more relationship building we do prior to the event, this means the more money we can generate before the event and cover our costs, and also the more people are going to show up on the day. Our attendance rates are going to be better, which means, again, we're going to make more sales at the event. So we might send out more content, maybe some social proof, a case study. Then maybe 2 days later, we send out some more relationship building content, or we invite them to our Facebook group, or whatever. It doesn't really matter. You can just do anything, but you just don't just get the registration and then forget them. That's the worst mistake speakers make. Instead, once they've opted in and registered for your event, that's just the beginning, right? Now follow up with these people, stay top of mind, overcome their objections. If you do that, build trust, show your personality, a lot more of them are going to show up at your events. In the speaking industry, the average show up rate to a free seminar is 10%. All right, which I think is terribly low, because most of the speakers I've worked with, a lot of the 8-figure guys, didn't have back-end follow-up sequences until I built them in for them. But our events, my events, generally get between 30 to 60% show up rates at free seminars. 30 to 60%. That's huge. And so basically, then we do the seminar. So eventually, they show up on the day. And then we do a post-seminar follow-up. So you make your sales on the day, and then we do our sales afterwards. And that's an overview of the funnel. So let me guys walk you through the Facebook ad template, because you're probably wondering, what does the Facebook ad look like? And again, guys, let me know if this is good so far. Give this post a love. Let me know you're enjoying this. Drop me a comment as well if there's anything you've learned so far that's really good for you guys. I want to make sure you're engaged and you're getting this. All right, let me know. All right, so this is a Facebook ad template, okay? And this is pretty much, again, what we run all the way through. You can see at the top here, this ad was created in 2014. I've been running seminars for many years now, 5-6 years at least. And we always go back to this template. In 6 years, it's always worked for us, okay? And again, I don't have the advert I'm running right now, but if I could put it here, it would be a replica of this, okay? So first of all, there's 6 components to a strong advert. The first one is a strong image. So you see here, this was an event I promoted for one of my clients, Jerry Robert, okay, who is an international speaker, owner of one of the world's fastest growing book publishing companies. He teaches people how to publish their own book, okay? And so this is a strong image for him because it shows social proof, because it shows him speaking in front of other people. If you're promoting a seminar for yourself, the best image you can get is you speaking at a seminar or speaking in front of people, because it's contextual, it makes sense, people are drawn, people can look at this and without reading the text, I mean, look at this image, right? There's no text on here yet, but you can tell what this Facebook ad is likely to be about. It's likely to be about, hey, there's a seminar going on, right? And this guy is good at running seminars because he's got so many people in front of him. So that communicates so much. It says this guy is an authority. It says people listen to this guy. It says, he's got the warrior pose there with the finger. So it's strong, and this is good social proof, and it's so much wrapped into one image. I really think that on Facebook ads, the image is 80% of the success, because that's going to catch people's attention, and it's going to create what we call a pre-frame. A pre-frame. It makes people, it triggers a response in people and a perception before they really read anything. And you want that perception to go in your favor. Then we put a headline. You have a large headline right below the image. So it's going to be benefit driven, grab attention, and really get to the point of what is the benefit for the user. Then you have a sub-headline, or you have additional text on your Facebook ad. Now this is the little text that goes below the headline, and I use this section to overcome any objections or skepticisms. Because whenever you put a headline or claim a benefit, you also want to follow up with the most likely skepticism that person has on their mind. So it could be, for example, the benefit-driven headline could be free seminar reveals how to transform your body. And then below that, in the additional text, we might say, even if you hate diets, you have tried everything and you find the gym boring. And then people go, whoa, well, they were my objections and skepticisms, but this seems interesting now. Next thing is we start the body copy, the copy of the text. Now we start the first line, usually by calling out the person. So we say, hey, for busy mums or business owners in London or whatever it might be, we call out the attention of the target audience. Then we state a key benefit they get from attending, and then go into benefit bullets. Free seminar reveals how to do X even if you struggle with why, and so on. And then you're going to learn this thing, this thing, this thing, and so on, right? You can actually see, if you guys look at the copy of this post, this live stream, because I've written posts like this for so many years, it's just second nature to me. I write everything like this now because I know it works, right? It gets tension. If you look above, you'll see I've done exactly this. I've got a headline and I've got 3 benefit bullets. And that's why you're watching this right now. So it's proof that it works. And the 6th thing is a specific and urgent call to action. Be very specific. Tell people, find all the details and book your seat on the next page. Click the link below. And the urgency is that, well, you've got 2 urgencies when it comes to live events. 2 reasons they should act now. The first reason is going to be that your seminar is on a date deadline. So there's only going to be a certain number of days before your event. So they should click now to book because the event is coming up. The other deadline you might have, or urgency, is that you will have a limited number of seats. So you could say, hey, only 10 days to go and there's only a handful of seats left. Click now to see if there's any still available. And that gets people to take action immediately. And that's your Facebook ad there. Let me know, guys, is this useful? I would love to get a comment, guys. What do you think of that, guys? Plenty more to share tonight, but is this helpful so far? Is this useful? Is this applicable? Let me know, guys. Is this more valuable than the last boring live stream that you watched? Let me know. I'd love to hear your comments on this. And again, if this is useful, then I want to see those love hearts. I want to see the love hearts coming in. All right. Good, guys. Let's move on. So Facebook ads are only one way of filling your event. You don't want to rely only on Facebook ads, although, having said that, probably 80% of our events are filled by Facebook ads, or 80% of the seats are filled by Facebook ads. But you can use other tactics as well, and you should branch out into other areas. So there's Facebook ads. You can also use organic Facebook posting, Facebook groups, and so on. Post about your event in related groups in the area. You can use email, so mail your list. That's the first place to go to. That you can blog about it, make content. You can use Meetup and other groups like that. Eventbrite, Meetup. They're always on the lookout for different events going on. You can advertise in local paper, so you can't see very clearly. But in this image here, if you look right at the bottom, there's a Tony Robbins event being advertised. I think it's in Australia. So you see, even Tony Robbins is still using print media, and you can get some good deals with print advertising now because, first of all, print advertising is local to the area, so it's very specific. So it's a good way to advertise, and also because people are advertising online more and more, newspapers are struggling to fill their spots. So you can get some really bargain deals and negotiate hard with print media these days. You can also look at related businesses. So I've put an example of a beautician here because when we do our health and fitness seminars, we go to local businesses that have similar audiences, like beauticians, hair salons, nutrition shops, supplement shops, things like that. And they're happy to put the word out for us too. You might even be able to get a guest speaker, maybe someone from the beautician place or someone in the supplement shop might want to come and talk for 10 minutes as well, right? And supplement shops you see there. So get local businesses that are related to your audience all promoting for you. Okay, going to go through some comments right now. So got Luca on the line. Hey, Luca. Luca says, I've done public speaking gigs before, but not for a lot of money. So, well, I hope you're enjoying this, Luca, and this will show you how to really turn that around and teach people this stuff. David Kavanagh's here. David says, you're a good man, Justin. Thanks, David. I know that me and you believe in getting this information out there to the people that need it. I'm very grateful you guys are all here today with me in sharing this information because I don't believe in holding things back. I believe in giving this to you so you can apply it and you can change your own life. You can change the lives of your clients and even of your respective areas, because and the coaching industry as a whole rises. Okay, and so I'm very happy to get this information out there. We've also got Gigi, we've got Kelly Marie West, got Becca, Umberto, Billy's here, John Paul, Aaron. Good to see you guys. Drop a comment. Let me know how you guys are doing. Right, let's move on, shall we? Now, I mentioned we can get other people to pay for everything weeks before your seminar. Would you guys like to learn how to do that? Would you like to, right? Give me some love hearts if you'd love to do that. If you'd love to hear it, let me know. Let me see those love hearts rolling in. And if I get enough love hearts, I will show you how I get other people to pay for my events. So I make pure profit. Pure profit. Pure profit. 100% profit margins. This is the real deal, folks. I'm telling you. All right. So here's one way. You can sell sponsors and ad space. Okay. So this was me at the Forbes 30 Under 30 event. We got nominated for a business award. But here you go. Here's a photo, guys, from one of my seminars. And so this is actually an event I did with Jerry Robert from Black Card Books there. And so you can see me talking there. But look where the arrow is on the right-hand side. You see these? Do you see these pop-up? What are they called? Roll-up banners, right? Do you see these roll-up banners? Let me explain what these are. The first one you see is from a private school, right? This was an event for entrepreneurs, so bear that in mind. These are business owners. I've got 400 business owners at my event right here that I've put in the room. Now, the first roll-up banner here is from a private school. Think about that. If you're the owner of a private school, who's going to be the best parents for you to target? Entrepreneurs, generally people who make more money. The next banner, the green one, right behind that, that's for a personal development school that operates, or a personal development coaching company. Because guess what? If you're offering personal development, who's a great audience for you to be in front of? Entrepreneurs, right? The next one across, Digital Trident, that's a roll-up banner for a stationery company to sell notebooks, pens, pads, office equipment, because who's a good market for them to get in front of? Entrepreneurs, right? Do you guys see how this is going right now? Okay. So let me know in the comments, guys, who can put 2 and 2 together? How can you guys see how you can make money from sponsors before your event even starts? All I do is I go to these different businesses. I approach about 10 or 15 businesses and I say, hey guys, I'm doing an event in a few weeks. There's going to be 400 entrepreneurs in the room. I would love to, take your roll-up banner and advertise you to these people. You can benefit from my advertising. Okay, and you can say I'm going to take 5 sponsors, no more than that, because it's going to look like a TV commercial otherwise. But I take 5 sponsors. I've got room for 5 roll-up banners, and you're going to be in front of 400 prospective clients. All you're going to do is pay me $100. Pay me $100, and you get promotion to 400 targeted prospects. That's it. I approach 15 companies, 5 bite my hand off. Think about that, guys. Think about this. Do you think that will be hard for you to do? Whatever industry you're in. If you're in the fitness, you're doing health and fitness talks, right? You can get Men's Health magazine. We've had Men's Health magazine have sponsored our events. We've had Forbes magazine, Success magazine. Do you think you'd get a couple of big fitness or supplement or equipment companies that are trying to sell to your audience? You get them in front of you, right? If you're in the personal development space, if you're in the business space, you just find other businesses that would love access to your market and say, hey, I'm doing all the heavy lifting here. I'm filling up the audience. Pay me $50, $100, whatever, and you can, I'll advertise your stuff. That's it. These companies will do it. Easy. So how much do you charge them? Well, This is where I do things differently to most people. I don't try and charge the world. You could easily charge probably $1,000 for a package like this, but I do things differently because my objective for selling these spots is only to cover my costs. I'm not trying to get rich. I'm not trying to rip these guys off, right? So if my event costs are $600, let's say I've got $200 for the room and $400 in advertising, then I just need to make $600. So why would I bother trying to charge big amounts and risk rejection when I can just say, hey, I've got $600 to cover. I'm going to take 5 people, so it's $150 each. Done. And then you get to charge significantly less. Way more people want to pay you for it. And again, you haven't got to be a great salesperson. You've just got to be smarter about why you're offering what you're offering. So that's what we do, okay? Now, here's how to make a profit before your event even starts. And we're doing this with Jean-Paul, who's actually, he's watching right now as well. And we've been running this system, and he's made over $2,000 before our event in Madrid has even begun, okay? Here's how we do that. It's called the liquidator offer. Now, what we do here, we want to recoup our investment, okay, as we're putting money into advertising. What if say you're putting, $10 a day or $20 a day into advertising and you get 5, 10 signups a day? What if you could make that money back before your event even begins? Again, give me a love heart if you want to hear how to do that. Right, this is next level ninja stuff, right, guys? So let me see those love hearts. I want to see the love hearts coming in if you want to learn this. Jean-Paul is doing it right now. He's making thousands of dollars up front. I know I've done this. I've made $15,000 on events before it even begun doing this kind of thing. All right, there's Gigi with some love hearts. All right, thank you very much. Okay, so here's what we do. You have your registration page. So what we're going to do is once they opt in for the registration page and they claim their free seat, we immediately take them to our liquidator offer. Some people might call it a tripwire, but I think that's a bit cheesy, and this is a bit different anyway. We're not going to sell $9 ebooks or any BS like that, okay? Here's what we actually do. We're going to give epic amounts of value. If you want epic amounts of money, you give epic value. So here's how one of my clients, Tara, who is a fitness coach, she gained clients and covered all her costs before the seminar even started. This was her very first seminar. She's a fitness pro in the UK, and she wanted to sell, she wanted to get out of the gym and start selling her online fitness coaching program. So she came to me to help her run her first events, and here's what we did. So this is Tara. This was the very first seminar we did. I was there taking the photo. We got 150 people in the room. We started small for the first one just to give her some confidence. So we offered people the chance to apply for a one-on-one call with her or her sales coach or sales team before the seminar. So again, they opt in for the seminar. They're saying, hey, I would love to come to your free event and learn how to transform my body. So these people have a need, but do we have to make them wait 3 weeks to a seminar? Maybe they want help right now. So on the next page, on the thank you page, we made an offer and said, hey, it's a couple of weeks till the seminar and you've got your seat secured, but hey, would you like a one-on-one session with one of our coaches to talk through your problems and see if we have a solution for you and see if maybe we want to work together? So we had 46 people applied for a one-to-one call. Okay, we didn't do 46 calls because that would be insane, but we had 46 applications, people qualifying themselves to come to this. That's 23% of the registrations. So, we had about 200 or so, about 200 registrants, and 23% who landed on the thank you page applied for the call, which is massive. So I'll go back so quickly. What happened was then, Tara looked at the most qualified applications. She jumped on the phone with, about 10 or 12 of them. And she made, I think it was around $2,000 to $3,000 in revenue, or pounds actually, before the event even started. At the event, she again sold her online coaching program and made another 10 sales. But before the event, we even sold 4 or 5 before then. So she covered all her costs. And this was really great because then she's able to walk into her seminar and there's no pressure anymore. You see, if you don't make the money up front, it's actually bad on a mindset level, because you then go into your event, you've paid out money, and there's almost like a pressure on you that you've got to make sales. And so she'd already made triple the money back that she'd spent. She's made a 300% ROI before she even got on stage. So she was able to not worry about how many sales she made. She was able to go and enjoy herself and just talk from the heart and give value and help people and talk about her program from a place of really believing in it, because she wanted to help people. And because she did that, ironically, paradoxically, she made more sales at the end without any sales training, right? So how do you then make sales during the event? Right, before I go into this, guys, again, I just want to check in with you. I'm throwing tons of information at you. I appreciate that, guys. So thanks for sticking by and being patient. I know this is a lot of information to take in. I'm just trying to give you as much as I can in this 50 minutes or so. And hopefully you can apply this. And so what are your comments so far? What's the number one thing you've learned so far? How has this helped you so far? Let me know in the comments, and then we'll pause for a second and then move on. Okay, John Paul says, I still can't believe how easy this is. Just by following your steps, things have been great. And yes, John Paul, I told everyone before you jumped on the line that we're running the event in Madrid right now, and I told them how we've generated a couple of €1,000 in sales already. And this is your first time applying this system, right? I've just helped you out over Facebook with it. You're just applying everything that I'm giving people here, and it's raking in thousands of euros for us. So it's really cool. Okay, what are some of the mistakes speakers make during their event that cost them sales? Here's the one, right? They make one of two mistakes. They either pitch too hard and they lose rapport with the audience and they lose trust, or they don't pitch at all and they lose money, right? And that's the thing, right? There's two camps of speakers I see, the newbie speakers. They either go full-on pitch mode because they saw some internet marketer do it or something, or they don't pitch at all because usually the more spiritual types and, you know, money is bad and all this kind of thing. So you've got to find a fine balance, guys, and you've got to address your mindset issues, okay? The audience aren't there to be pitched, but at the same time, you aren't there for charity, right? So you deserve to make an offer. So how do you offer your services at the end of your seminar in a value-driven way without losing the rapport you've built with your audience? How do you transition from the content into your offer, but without getting that horrible discord of energy in your stomach? How do you stay in energy alignment and just stroll into your offer with the same energy, the same belief, the same confidence? Because that's what it takes. So here's how we do this. We don't just drop a pitch on the end, right? Because that's bad for so many reasons. We actually pitch all the way throughout, okay? So we seed our offer early. Step one, tell your audience about your offer at the start of the seminar, right? This is just authenticity, right? So I'll tell people early on, I'll say right before we go into the content and show them the steps, I'll say, hey guys, by the way, we do have a program available. So if you get what you need today and you're going to go and apply it on your own and you can hold yourself accountable and you have the support you need and don't need a mentor or a coach, that's great. But if you feel like you do want help applying this information, then we have an offer for those people at the end. So you can feel free to stick around and we'll talk about it then. Okay, simple as that. And as soon as you do that, you then feel relief because you're not hiding anything from the audience anymore. The second step is to teach through success stories. So use social proof wherever you can. Because remember what I said, guys, the more you pre-sell, the less you need to hard sell. I'll say it again. The more you pre-sell before a pitch, the less you have to hard sell during a pitch. So you want to build up your social proof, show people, teach them content, but show them how it works, and it's worked for people like them, right? So look what I've done on this presentation. Okay, I'm walking the walk, right? I showed you about Tara and how she made $3,000 before her event. I showed you the case study about how I filled 500 people in the room in 7 days. I showed you about Louis Condon making $10,000 in his first time. So this is where you're watching this and thinking, wow, yeah, this could work for me. Because it's not just, Justin's not special. It's just a system that anyone can follow. That is what's going to make people want to buy from you, not like bashing them over the head with NLP tactics, right? So teach through success stories, interweave your social proof during the event. What most speakers do is they teach boring PowerPoint slides with novels of words on them, and at the end, during the pitch, they then try and throw in 400 testimonials, right? And it's wrong. It doesn't work like that. Now, the third step to make revenue is to continue enrolling clients post-seminar, after the seminar. This is probably the biggest secret, the biggest thing where I probably make 50%, half, 50% of my seminar revenue comes after the seminar, not in the seminar. In fact, it's probably like 25% before, 25% during, but 50% afterwards. That's the part where most speakers give up and go home. But we want to make sales after, okay? And here's how we do that. We have a post-event sales funnel that we set up, okay? And we're going to divide our registrants into two lists. So we have the people that registered but did not attend the event. Remember I said that we'll get about a 30 to 50% show-up rate? Well, even if 50% of the registrants attend the free seminar, that means 50% didn't, but they're still on our email list. So we want to send a specific series of messages to those people. At the same time, we also have a segment of our audience who did attend but didn't buy. So we're going to send another sequence of messages to these people, right? And this is where the real sales come flowing in. So let's start with the people who registered but did not attend. So the first thing we send these guys, the first thing to know is the goal. Remember, the goal of this is to help them consume the content and then see the offer. We can't just send an offer to these guys because it's out of context. They didn't see the seminar. Remember, the seminar presentation is what really educates them on if this is the right thing for them. So we can't just follow up with like, here's the offer you missed, because they're not going to buy. We need to help them consume the content somehow. But the seminar is over. So how do we do this? Well, we could do, first of all, a webinar encore. So for those who missed it and didn't leave their homes to come and see us, we can say, hey, if you missed the seminar, it's totally okay, because we're going to do a online webinar encore. We're going to take the best bits of the seminar, squish them down to 30 minutes, and do a webinar on Thursday evening, right? Register here. And then you'll get more people will join a webinar. It could be a live stream even. You could do a live stream too, right? Depends what's best for you. Now, so that's maybe email one we send out after the seminar. But maybe some people watch the webinar, then they see the offer and buy. What about the other people who don't want to do a webinar either? Well, maybe they prefer to read. So we send them a PDF with the notes of the seminar, or just take your slides and put it into a PDF with the offer at the end of the PDF. right? And then more people again will read that. Another percentage of people will read it and take action. The third thing we do then is for these people that have consumed the content but have still not bought, maybe they just have a few questions about the program. So we could then offer them a private consult or just do a Q&A. It could be another live stream, like a Q&A live stream to answer questions about the program you're offering. Or it could be just an opportunity to send you a messenger message. Or it could be to book a one-on-one call as a thank you for attending, right? It could be any of those things. Don't overthink it too much. Just offer value, right? Just keep talking to people. That's the secret, right? Keep giving them value and keep presenting your offer. It's that simple. And then we use Facebook retargeting to do this. Okay, so you capture the people. You can use a Facebook advert. You can put your email list into Facebook and say, Facebook, send out the offer of this webinar only to these people. And then after the webinar is over, say, Facebook, send this advert to link people to the PDF we made for them, and then offer them a private consult, right? So Facebook retargeting and emailing them works really well. What about the people who did attend your event and didn't buy, right? They saw the offer. So these people now, like they saw the offer. So these people don't need the same type of content. Our goal with these people is to give them new incentives and urgency to take the offer, right? So either it's not desirable enough to them or it's not urgent enough for them. So we want to make sure we can tweak our offer to make it desirable. So the first thing we can do for these people that attended the event, send out an email the next day to the people that didn't buy and say, hey, you saw the offer, it's still open for a few more days. Maybe you've got a question, and maybe you do a Q&A video. Say, we've taken the 4 or 5 top questions about this product, about the offer, and here's a video outlining them, right? Is it for me? Does it work if this? Does it work if that? Blah, blah, blah. Is there a payment plan? Whatever objections they might have. Maybe the second day is in an email with an objection handling video. And again, you talk about some of the biggest objections that people might have to buying it and overcome those. And then maybe on the third email, you do a 24-hour flash sale. And that could mean you offer an extra bonus, you offer a payment plan, do whatever you feel will help you make people make a decision. And then again, email for the final day of the offer, you could do offer a private consult and say, hey, maybe you want to do the program, but you have a couple of questions. Would you like to jump on a 10-minute call with me? And I can answer your questions. And if it's right for you, we can sign you up. Simple as that, guys, right? Nothing to be worried about. And again, Facebook retargeting works to all these things. So you're now able to quickly create a 6-figure income while drastically reducing your work hours with this method. You get to leverage your time and sell one-to-many instead of one-to-one, while making a bigger impact and helping more people. And live events help you instantly position yourself as the trusted expert authority to your market. And that's the beauty of this model. You sell high ticket in high volume. And there's nothing not to love about that. Would that sound good to you guys? Let me know in the comments. Would you like to sell high ticket products in high volume? You know, 6-figure days are the norm for many coaches, for many speakers, right? If you have a high ticket product and you have practiced selling it in big groups, you can make 10, 20, 30, 50, $100,000 in an afternoon sometimes. I've helped speakers make $250,000 in a weekend from a seminar of 400 people, right? And I'll give you that case study another day maybe. But that's the beauty of this model. It gets easier and more profitable every time you do it. So the cool thing is, remember, every time you do it, you've got a bigger list. So the next time you promote an event, you've already got an email list of people that attended last time or signed up but didn't attend. So you get more and more registrants for your next event from your email list for free. So your ad costs actually remain stable or go down. Now, look, there's nothing wrong with doing discovery calls and building a one-to-one client base. If that's what you want to do, is fine. Or if you have coaches that can do that for you, even better. But the live event model is the key to building a stress-free 6, 7, or even 8-figure, 10 million a year plus business. And if you don't believe me, well, why do you think influencers like Tony Robbins, Brendan Burchard, Jerry Robert, Bill Walsh, T. Harv Eker, Neil Donald Walsh all use live events instead of them doing one-to-one selling? And I've worked with half of these names, right? I've promoted events, I've partnered and worked behind the scenes with half of the names on this page. And, you know, they all use this model. I've seen it from the inside and I've done it myself. So it is the key. So you might be wondering at this point, will it work for you, right? So I'm going to answer some questions that people usually have at this point. Let's find out with some simple mathematics, right? Step one, what is one average client worth to you? If you take your average coaching package, this is how you can do the mathematics of an event and run the numbers and see what your cost and returns might be. So what's one client average worth to you? Let me know in the comments. Drop a comment below. What is an average client worth? You know, what they pay you per month? How many months do they stay? Add those numbers together, or whatever your front end package is. Write that number down first of all. So yeah, monthly payment times number of months as a client. So I'll give you an example, right? Let's say you're in the high ticket coaching consulting niche. If I've got an average client that pays me $500 a month, and that's not really high ticket. I've got clients paying me $6,000 a month. That's not really high ticket, but whatever. $500 a month, let's say, is what you charge, right? And let's say the average client stays for 6 months. So the average lifetime value, ALV, equals $3,000. You stand to make $3,000 from one client in 6 months. So one client from if you get one sale from your entire campaign, the pre-sales, during, and the post-sales I've shown you, you make $3,000, right? But what if your event campaign generated 5 clients like that? Just 5 clients. If you do everything I've shown you on this presentation, right? That would give you $15,000 incoming sales revenue, right? From 5 clients from one seminar. These are real numbers. Your brain's probably in overdrive right now trying to dispute this, but it's just the power of leverage. And what if you ran an event campaign like that just 4 times a year, just once a quarter, and you got 5 clients each time? That alone would give you $60,000 a year for doing 4 seminars. That's like 4 afternoons of work, right? It's crazy, but $60,000 is someone's salary. That's a decent salary in many parts of the world. You can generate that in 4 days a year. And many of my clients run event campaigns once a month. In my own business, I run events twice a week sometimes, all year round. What are you going to do? That's my question to you. So this is the opportunity you have in front of you right now. Are you going to take advantage of it? I've laid it out for you, totally free. And now I want to answer some common questions, okay? So here's one question I get. And by the way, guys, we're going to go into a very fast live Q&A, but drop any questions below and I'll get to them. So first of all, is it really possible to make 5 figures in one seminar, or am I full of shit, basically? Well, here's something Jeremy DeMerchant, who's a sales expert, I helped him out. And as you go down, he did his first seminar, and they got an 80% close rate on the day, $20,000 in business, and 24 new clients from their very first event. Now you might be asking, what if I don't have a big budget to fill a huge room? Can I do small events? Well, this is one of our clients, and as you can see, he ran an event. 98 people signed up, 26 turned up. Well, 24, one brought her kids. 4 signups, $4,000 in sales. All right. Another question, what if it's a really tiny audience, like 12 people? Well, I already showed you this client's results at the start of the event. This is a Fit Pro I work with, and She got 12 people in the room and closed all 12, made $9,000. What if it's someone else's stage and I'm not allowed to pitch a paid service? That's a good one. What if you're invited to speak somewhere else and they say you can't pitch? Well, here is Amy, someone I helped out with this. I gave her the advice and said, okay, if you can't pitch your event, if you can't pitch your own product, maybe you can offer them a free one-to-one call. And then you can offer your product in the call. That's what she did. She got invited to speak at an event. There were only 20 people in the room, and she got 11 applications. That's over half the room, right? What if you only have 30 minutes to speak on somebody else's stage? Well, that's what Luis Condon did. And as he messaged me, he just sold $8,000 in 25 minutes, right? His first talk and 25 minutes sold all that, right? Maybe you're already running events and you wonder, well, can I really add any of this to my current setup? Well, Lance Wheeler did. He's one of our clients in the program. One of my clients, he said he used some of the tips and made an extra $25,000, right? So I was going to do a live Q&A here for you guys, but I've got to run right now because I've got my my client mastermind call right now. They're probably actually waiting for me. This time of week, I do a call for my mastermind clients, and they get to pick my brains for an hour and ask me anything about their businesses, helping them scale from 6 or 7 figures. So I hope you've enjoyed this, guys. And at the very least, all I ask is drop a comment below. If you'd like to learn more about public speaking, send me a message. If you'd like to learn the options for working with me or investing in my programs where you can learn all this stuff in much more depth, let me know. I'll walk you through the options. But either way, whatever you choose to do, take action with me, take action on your own, take no action, whatever you choose to do. I hope this hour has been a good investment of your time. I appreciate you being here. I appreciate it's an hour away from your families and doing other things. So thanks for joining me so much, and hope to see you guys again on next week's show. Grow Your Expert Business Live, the best damn show out there for coaches and consultants to grow their business. I think I've established that already. But if you agree this is the best damn show you've seen for coaches and consultants, then drop me a comment, share this on, and tell another coach who needs to watch this show. And I'll see you guys next week. Thanks for tuning in. You guys are awesome. Have a great day.